I'll be that human. The world feels cold and gray. These arms will hold you.
Last night, Hollywood erupted when Outlander star Sam Heughan publicly admitted his true feelings for Caitriona Balfe for the first time in an exclusive interview with GQ magazine. After years of denying all the rumors, Sam chose to speak the truth, leaving millions of fans speechless. In a luxurious hotel room in New York, Sam appeared calm, but his eyes still shone with tension. He knew that tonight the most important question would no longer revolve around his career or new film projects. All focused on one issue, the special relationship with his co-star of many years, Caitriona Balfe. And this time, Sam no longer wanted to hide. He paused, sighed, and said, "I've heard those rumors for years. I know people have always hoped we were a couple, and honestly," Sam paused, his eyes shining with sincerity, "my feelings for Caitriona are real. I can't deny it anymore." The confession was like a thunderclap in the quiet night. The reporter sitting opposite almost held his breath. Sam, who was always reserved and kept his private life out of the public spotlight, finally opened up. He smiled bitterly as he recalled the years with Caitriona on the set of Outlander. "We've been through more than anyone could ever imagine. Filming intimate scenes for years. You can't pretend completely. A part of my heart always belonged to her." But just when the audience thought it would be a sweet ending, Sam suddenly revealed the heartbreaking truth. But it couldn't be a complete love. He explained that the two had long been aware of the boundary between real life and the screen. "We talked about this many times. We understood that our work connects millions of people. If we let our emotions go too far, it could all come crashing down." Sam admitted that there were moments when he wanted to tell Caitriona everything, but then he stopped. He didn't want to put pressure on her, and when she got married and had a family, he had to respect that even more. "I loved her in a way that I never wanted to hurt her." Then he recounted a memory that haunted him forever. The day Caitriona announced their engagement, he stood by her side smiling, congratulating her. But inside, it felt like 1,000 knives were stabbing his heart. That night, Sam drank a glass of whiskey, wondering, why didn't I say it sooner? What surprised the public the most was Caitriona's reaction. Before the interview, Sam called her to tell her that he was going to go public. She just smiled and replied, "Sam, I know. I always knew." Caitriona did not blame or get angry. On the contrary, she affirmed, "There is a friendship between us that is deeper and more precious than any love. It is forever, Sam. Don't let anything destroy it." Sam nodded, agreeing. So why did he choose this moment to confess? Sam was frank. "I don't want to live with regrets. As Outlander is coming to an end, I thought I should be honest. With myself and with the audience. That love is an important part of my life, and I'm not ashamed of that." However, he also affirmed there will never be a relationship between him and Caitriona. "She has a family, a life that I deeply respect. We have chosen different paths, and that's for the best." Immediately after the interview was published, social media exploded. Millions of shares and comments flooded in. Some were emotional, others regretful. One of the most shared tweets read, "Sam Heughan just broke our hearts," and then fixed them right back up. Many major newspapers praised this as the most heartfelt confession in Hollywood in years. Before leaving the interview, Sam left a sentence that made everyone speechless. "Sometimes love isn't about being together. Sometimes love is about keeping the person you love happy, even if that happiness doesn't include you." For Sam Heughan, his feelings for Caitriona Balfe will forever be a beautiful secret. Not perfect, but enough to make millions of hearts admire him. A man who dares to love, dares to admit, and dares to let go. Few people know that before that public moment, Sam had gone through a night of torment. He understood that once he said it, there would be no turning back. And the first thing he did was to call Caitriona. That was the most difficult phone call of my life, Sam told the backstage reporter. He still clearly remembers the moment he stared at the phone screen. The name Caitriona appeared, his fingers trembling before pressing the call button. The phone rang 3 times. Then a familiar voice rang out, warm but calm. "Sam, why are you calling me at this hour?" He was silent for a few seconds, then slowly spoke. "There's something I have to tell you before you hear it from the world." Sam's voice trembled in the darkness. On the other end of the line, Caitriona let out a soft laugh, a laugh that Sam could almost see even in the dark room. "You've got me curious. What's so serious?" Sam took a deep breath. "Tomorrow in the interview, I'll talk about you, about us. I'll tell the truth." The silence stretched, so long that Sam felt his heart drop to the bottom. Then finally, Caitriona's voice came out soft as a breeze. "Sam, you don't have to do this. You know it'll cause a lot of trouble." "I know," Sam said, his voice firm, "but I can't stay silent any longer. I don't want to pretend it's all business. I love you, Kate." It was the first time in nearly a decade that Sam had spoken out loud. Even over the phone, it carried the weight of a vow. On the other end, Caitriona sighed. No surprise, no anger, just a deep sadness. "Sam, I always knew. Did you think I didn't notice the looks, the gestures? I always felt them." Sam closed his eyes, hot tears spilling out. "Then why did you never say anything?" "Because we couldn't," Caitriona said softly but firmly. "We had a beautiful friendship, a special bond that no one could break. But turning it into love would only bring it all down." Sam choked. In that moment, he wanted to scream that he was ready to give it all up. But Caitriona continued, her voice more determined. "You are an important part of my life. But Sam, I have a family, a life that I can't lose. And I know you would never want to hurt me." Those words were like a knife to the heart, but Sam understood. She was right. He loved her too much to destroy her happiness. When the call ended, Sam sat silently in the dark room for hours, his eyes red. He didn't remember how long he cried. He only knew that he had finally said what he had kept hidden for nearly 10 years. And in return, he received a bitter truth that love would never come true. What haunted Sam all night was Caitriona's last words before hanging up the phone. "Sam, maybe in another life things would be different. But in this life, let us be friends. That is the most precious thing we can keep." That phrase played over and over in his mind. And it was that which made Sam enter the interview the next morning with an unshakable determination. Backstage with GQ, he revealed, "I understand that there will never be a perfect love between us, but I want the audience to know the truth. We never pretended. What you see on screen, most of it comes from my true feelings." Sam stressed that this was not a media stunt. "I don't need cheap PR. I'm speaking out because I don't want to leave Outlander with a heavy secret in my heart. I don't want to look back one day and regret not keeping quiet." He also confessed that after the interview, he read thousands of reactions from fans. "I didn't expect people to be so emotional. Many people texted me saying they cried, many people saying they admired my sincerity. That made me feel relieved." A day after the interview went viral, Caitriona also spoke up. On Instagram, she posted a photo of the Scottish fields, where they filmed the first scenes for Outlander, with a brief caption, "The good memories will always be there, even when everything changes. I am proud of the wonderful friends I have made over the years." Just a short sentence, but enough to make the fan community cry. There is no anger, no distance, just sincerity, but kept within the limits of respect. So what will the future hold for Sam and Caitriona? When asked, Sam just smiled. "We will always be friends. That will never change. I accept that there is love that only exists in the heart, and I am okay with that." Perhaps this is the final chapter of a beautiful but never complete story. Sam Heughan had the courage to speak the truth, and Caitriona Balfe responded with kindness and tolerance. In the glamorous, deceitful world of Hollywood, sometimes just a pure feeling, Like that is enough to make millions of hearts believe that. There are beautiful things that do not need to belong together, but can still last forever. But is this really the end? While Sam insists that the two can only be friends forever, fans believe that this story is not over. A glance, a fleeting smile on the red carpet can say more than 1,000 confessions. Perhaps that love will forever stop at the limit of a beautiful secret. But it is also possible that at some moment in the future, when everything has changed, Sam and Caitriona will have another chance. A new chapter that has never been written. Because sincere feelings, once they exist, will never disappear. It is just waiting for the right time to return. And the world will always be watching. But is this really the end? While Sam insists that the two can only be friends forever, fans believe that this story is not over. A glance, a fleeting smile on the red carpet, can say more than 1,000 confessions. Perhaps that love will forever stop at the limit of a beautiful secret. But it is also possible that at some moment in the future, when everything has changed, Sam and Caitriona will have another chance. A new chapter that has never been written. Because sincere feelings, once they exist, never disappear. It is just waiting for the right time to return. And the world will always be watching. What about you? Do you believe that this is the real end or just the beginning of a new chapter in the story of Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe? Leave your thoughts below, because maybe we will be the next witnesses to a journey that has not yet ended.